Title: I was furious when I found out who my cheating wife's lover was. I was already gearing up to destroy them, but my best friend stopped me. Buddy, they're not worth you spending 10 years in jail. I've got a great plan. And here's what we did. The explosion. I didn't expect much that Tuesday night. Work had dragged. My phone was blowing up with company emails. All I wanted was to get home, crack a beer, and tune out. But when I walked through the front door and saw Sarah's purse sitting by the stairs, I froze. She wasn't supposed to be home. Her team building retreat was still going for another 2 days. At least that's what she told me. I called out once. No answer. The house was too quiet. And then I heard it. A whisper, a laugh, from the upstairs hallway. That's when my stomach dropped. I crept up the stairs, slow, silent, every cell in my body screaming what I already knew was true but didn't want to believe. Bedroom door, half open. Her voice, his voice, moans. I didn't barge in, not yet. I wanted to know, I needed to see. So I pushed the door open just enough to catch a glimpse. Her on top, laughing. And him, Ryan, my best man, my best friend, since middle school. I don't remember walking back down the stairs. My vision blurred. My fists were clenched so hard my nails dug into my palms. I walked outside because if I didn't, I was going to kill him, kill them. And I meant that in the most literal sense. I stood in the driveway, heart pounding like a war drum, trying to breathe. And that's when Eli pulled up, another lifelong friend, the guy who knew me better than anyone. He saw my face, slammed his car door, and said one word. Who? I didn't say a thing. I just pointed back at the house. His jaw tightened. Let me guess, not just some guy, someone you know? Ryan. My voice was ice. Jesus Christ. He rubbed his hand over his mouth, then looked at me with something between fury and fear. You were going to go in there and do something stupid, weren't you? I didn't answer. Didn't have to. Don't. Not like this. Buddy, they're not worth you spending 10 years in jail. But if you give me one night, I've got a great plan. I stared at him. What kind of plan? Eli smiled. Not wide, not warm. The kind of smile a lion gives before it pounces. The kind that ruins them forever. The setup. We sat in Eli's garage, his sacred space, full of power tools, old baseball trophies, and a battered whiteboard that hadn't seen a marker in years. He grabbed it, uncapped a pen, and wrote one word in bold letters. Leverage. You don't hit them, he said. You bury them. In their own choices. No blood, no cops, just consequences. I wasn't calm, not really. I could still see Sarah's face from that doorway. Still hear Ryan grunting like some animal while he defiled my home, my marriage, my trust. But Eli's focus? It was contagious. We get leverage, he repeated. And then we take everything they think they deserve. Step 1. Documentation. Eli handed me a burner phone. Start recording. Texts, voicemails, screenshots. If she lies, it only helps us. I already had the start. Calendar entries marked team retreat, receipts for hotel bookings she didn't know I had access to, and that blurry video I captured before walking out. But Eli wanted everything. We built a file, cold, clean, like a prosecutor. We created cloud backups, named every folder, time-stamped everything. This wasn't emotional anymore. It was surgical. Step 2. Exposure without fallout. Eli knew Ryan better than most, knew he worked for a financial advisory firm, knew he signed a strict morals clause in his employment contract, a clause that could be violated if he was caught in a public scandal. We need to bait him, Eli said. Make sure his personal life becomes professional risk. He drafted a fake email account under the name Concerned Spouse. From there, We planned to anonymously forward the evidence to Ryan's firm, but only once we had undeniable proof of workplace-related misconduct. Why wait? Because we were going to set him up to brag. Step 3. The trap. We found our opportunity sooner than expected. A mutual friend, Pete, was throwing a birthday party. Ryan would be there. So would Sarah, and so would we. Eli's plan? Get them comfortable, drunk, make them think they've gotten away with it. Let Ryan run his mouth. Let Sarah laugh like nothing's wrong. We mic'd up a jacket with a recording device, set my phone to record video from across the room. Eli would wear a wire, feed Ryan drinks, and bait the conversation. Me? I was just there to smile like a man who didn't already know everything. The party Sarah lit up when she saw me. Not guilt, relief. She probably thought I hadn't seen it, that the lie had stuck. You came, she said, hugging me like nothing happened. Of course, I said, smiling back. Wouldn't miss it. Ryan fist bumped me like he hadn't been in my bed 2 nights ago. I didn't blink. An hour in, the mic picked up exactly what we needed. Man, Ryan laughed, drink in hand. I always said Jake didn't know what he had. She came to me, man. I didn't chase it. She begged me, swore she hadn't been satisfied in years. Sarah giggled. You're such an ass. Eli leaned in. So, what now? You think she'll leave him? Ryan shrugged. Won't need to. He'll fall apart eventually. Dude's soft. That recording went into the final folder. We labeled it Leverage, Exhibit A, the moment they sealed their fate, the drop. By Monday morning, everything was ready. The evidence was airtight. The timeline was mapped out, and I was no longer angry. I was cold. Eli called it the eye of the storm. That perfect silence before hell breaks loose. Let's ruin them quietly first, he said. Then we let the noise do the rest. We started with Ryan. Anonymous package. 2. HR department. Prestige Financial Group. Inside, a flash drive with the full party recording. Screenshots of explicit texts sent from his work phone. A timeline showing business lunches that matched Sarah's fake retreats. Cover letter read, "This is a matter of urgent ethical concern regarding one of your advisors, Mr. Ryan M. His conduct reflects poorly on your institution and violates the moral standards outlined in your public code of conduct. No threats, no demands, just facts. The kind HR departments hate, because they leave no room to protect their own." Blast number 2. The social fallout. Eli had access to a private neighborhood group. You know, the kind, suburban gossip disguised as a community forum. We didn't post the videos, but we did drop a message. PSA: before you hire a marriage counselor or trust your finances to someone local, make sure they're not having an affair with their best friend's wife. You'd be surprised how often it happens. Attached? A blurred screenshot of Ryan's face, mid-sentence from the party video. The rumor mill ignited in minutes. The final blow. The divorce papers. That night I walked into the house like normal. Sarah was in the kitchen sipping wine like nothing had changed. "You're home late," she said. I placed the divorce envelope on the counter. She stared at it, then at me. "What's this?" "A thank you," I said, "for finally showing me who you are." She opened the packet, eyes scanned. She started to speak, but I cut her off. "I know everything. Ryan, the lies, the recordings, his job will be gone by morning. You'll be lucky if anyone looks you in the eye again." She went pale. "You recorded everything. You can't legally. I can, morally. You gave that up the minute you let him into our bed." She tried to reach for me. "Jake, please. Save it. I'm not doing this for revenge anymore. I'm doing it because you don't belong in my life." And then I walked out. The fallout. Within 48 hours, Ryan was placed on indefinite leave. Word was, his clients began pulling out. Sarah's friends stopped answering her texts. No one wanted to be caught in the blast radius. My lawyer, thanks to the prenup and documented adultery, filed for full asset protection and primary custody of our dog, because yes, even the dog mattered. But the best part? Neither of them saw it coming. Because I didn't scream. I didn't punch walls. I didn't threaten. I just executed. Clean exit. 3 weeks later, I walked into my new apartment, no more than 900 square feet, but it felt like freedom. No echo of footsteps I didn't trust. No scent of perfume that used to trigger panic. No pretending. Just quiet. Just mine. Sarah didn't fight the divorce. She tried calling. Once, left a voicemail saying she didn't understand how I could just let go. I didn't respond. Because by then, her world was already falling apart. Ryan's downfall. Within a week of our evidence going public, his firm dropped him. A few clients threatened lawsuits, claiming his lack of ethics could have impacted their portfolios. His name started circulating in local finance circles for all the wrong reasons. He tried to spin it as false rumors. But the receipts didn't lie. He packed up, moved in with his parents, and quietly deactivated all his social media. The community verdict people talk. Always. Especially in small cities with big egos. It didn't take long for the full story to leak. Word spread that Sarah had been cheating with her husband's best friend for months, laughing behind his back, letting him foot the bills while she played the victim. Her job kept her, for now, but her reputation didn't. She was no longer invited to brunches. No one asked her to host charity events. She stopped showing up at the gym where everyone used to greet her with smiles. It was death by isolation. No rage, no screaming, just doors quietly closing in every direction. Me, therapy twice a week, running 5 miles every morning, making peace with not needing closure from someone who never had the decency to apologize. I thought revenge would satisfy me. And it did, at first. But the true win came after, when I realized I wasn't angry anymore, when I stopped checking to see if she messaged, when I stopped needing to prove anything. Final note. Eli and I grabbed drinks the other night. He raised his glass and said, "To staying out of jail." I laughed, but in truth, to staying out of the life I used to think was love. Because sometimes revenge isn't rage, sometimes it's a calm, quiet exit. While they burned down the house they built with lies. Was this revenge justified? Or did it go too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your take. And if you love jaw-dropping pro-revenge stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like for more thrilling tales you won't want to miss. Every like, share, and subscription means the world to us. It helps us keep bringing you the stories you crave. Your support truly makes a difference. Thank you so much for being part of our community.